What up, this is your boy Roy Jones Jr. and you're watching Lights Out.
This is Faisal Khan for Lights Out, proudly sponsored by Spartans Law. Delighted, honoured and privileged to be joined by Sky.
First of all, let me just check something out. What's this shop called? Ringmaster. I mean, the Ringmaster shop here in Cardiff. You need to spin this camera around because this place has got everything. We're actually filming right outside this place. So I'm just saying. There you go, Ringmaster Cardiff.
Get the odd celeb in.
Yeah, get the odd celeb in. Look. The real deal. You see, the two pads behind the phone are sneaking out the building. How you doing?
I'm all right, Johnny. Yourself?
I'm all right, thank you. I'm good.
So, great way to kickstart the year. A great domestic fight in the 160-pound division between Brook-Eubank Jr., Liam Williams. In terms of kickstarting the year, Johnny, where would you rank this fight to start off Sky Sports Boxing's new era?
It's a great month. Not just the fight, it's a great month. So remember, after this one, you've got Khan and Brook. Then after that, you've got Taylor up in Glasgow. So to me, I think it's a great month to kick things off with. So let's say Cardiff. So Cardiff, you forget how much of a boxing city it is, because I was on the train coming up this morning and people were talking about it. Got to the train station to get to here. I'm rushing through the streets trying to get here and people are talking about it. And and then you see the crowd slowly but surely, drip in and gather around. Then when Clarissa Shields turned up, when you see some sportsmen or women that have got that stardust about them, she's got it, and I don't know what it is, and I've met a few that have it. She's one of them. Mike Tyson has it. Prince Nassim Hamid has it. Ali had it. There's something about her. Now, I'm not saying this girl is like unbeatable, whatever. What I'm saying is she seems to be the whole package of having personality with talent, and it just was a nice little bit of something special brought to the occasion. And of course, she's coming into the UK to try and make her mark for Savannah, which I think Savannah is an unbelievable development of a fighter, and I think that's not, if Clarissa thinks she's going to walk through Savannah, she needs to think long and hard.
That's obviously another great part of what we've got to look forward to this weekend. Clarissa Shields out here in Cardiff, and then we just heard Savannah Marshall earlier on in the day has her next fight announced for, I believe, March the 13th in Newcastle. So fingers crossed, a win for those two can set up that important undisputed clash. But
I'll see you later. I'll give you a bell in a bit.
Yeah, pass me in a bit.
Yeah, man.
In your opinions, Johnny, why has it taken so long to make that fight happen?
It's not the fighters. It's business. It's called show business, and unfortunately, it's the business that messes up the show. And so it's negotiations, it's promoters, it's TV. It's not the fighters. It's definitely it's the promoters around it. So these guys have always wanted to fight each other. Eubank and Williams, they wanted to fight each other. But did it make good business? It makes good business now.
One of the interesting points of the main event on Saturday night between Liam Williams and Brook-Eubank Jr. is that Liam Williams has obviously made the change from the Ingles gym over to Adam Booth. Adam Booth, we all knows Brook-Eubank Jr. very well. Now, a lot of people are speaking about how Liam is the hometown favourite, but do you think because of the fact that he's got Adam Booth in his corner, who knows Chris probably better than anyone, gives him even more of an advantage going into this fight?
It might give him a few inside tips, but I don't think it works like that, because no matter what happens, when the bell goes, it's only you and your opponent and the referee that's in the ring. So whatever I teach you and spend a little bit of time teaching you, you'll remember it for the first 3 rounds, and after that you're going to go to tie, but you're going to do what you do. So that relationship with Liam and Adam Booth needs to be longer for them to get real fruition out of it, and we'll see that as time goes on. Liam's a great specimen of a fighter. He loves to have a tear up, and if he can get under Chris's skin to make Chris fight his style of fight, he has a great chance. And the problem is, will Chris have the discipline to listen to Roy, box him long, box him short, box him long, box him short? Because if he doesn't, then he walks straight into Liam's trap.
Well, I'm going to try not to take up too much of your time because I know you've had a long day travelling up here to Cardiff.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely exhausted myself. I've been awake since 7 in the morning, been on the motorway all day. I just want to get your thoughts on what went down last week. We all know Frank Warren and Top Rank won the purse bids to get the rights to host the Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte fight. Rumours are that Dillian Whyte has not signed the contract yet. Just give us your thoughts on that, Johnny.
My thoughts are it's about, there's no way in a million years do I believe that Dillian Whyte will say, no, I don't want this fight unless I get X, Y, Z. Dillian Whyte is a fighting man. Like Tyson Fury is a fighting man. And Dillian Whyte will have his business people around him and say, we want to do this, and he'll say, at the end of the day, he'll say, no, this is what's happening, we're fighting. You know, so Dillian's not in it for money. And neither is Tyson Fury. So that side of it is the business side of it. So don't think it's Dillian, don't think it's Tyson. You've got two fighting men that want to fight. So that's just the business side. It's negotiating, it's like buying a car. A car salesman's going to say why you should pay so much, and the buyer's going to say why you don't want to pay. It's negotiating. That's what they do. The only disturbing thing about it is I've not heard anything officially from Dillian as yet. And because I suppose we've had the Gypsys warning when everybody got getting excited about Tyson Fury boxing AJ and thought it's a done deal. But remember, there was one party we'd not heard from, which was AJ, and he didn't, because as far as he's concerned, the deal wasn't done. So again, I'll probably not get carried away with myself until I hear Dillian say something. I think, all right, then now we're on. And that's not me being Mr. Boo-hoo. I'm just thinking, look, we've learnt our lesson, so let's not get silly. Don't get silly about what's in print. Listen to the fighters. They're the people you listen to. Listen to the fighters, what they've got to say. Not what the fighters' mate's got to say, not what the fighters' promoter's got to say, not what someone that's overheard a second-hand story. Listen to the fighters. So that's when you get getting excited. Ignore the headlines.
Final one. Every time I spoke to you, we spoke about a potential fight between Amir Khan and Kell Brook. Now we're actually talking about it. It is happening in a couple of weeks' time. Firstly, predictions for the fight. Are you still going by your man Kell to beat Amir Khan in a couple of weeks' time?
Yes, yes I am, and and I don't hide the fact that I always said every time the fight's to go on, it's never going to happen. This fight ain't going to happen. Because I'd heard the different reasons why it's not happening now, and I thought, nah, this fight's not happening. And even now, 2 weeks out, even Kell's in the gym. He's just got back from training camp, and Kell is saying, I want to hear him talking about pulling out. But then I've seen shots of Amir Khan and I've seen shots of Kell, and both guys have put far too much work in it and stripped down and got themselves a condition to say the fight's off. So I think the fight's on now. I don't doubt they'll pull out. I do think, even though initially when it was announced, people were boo-hooing it, saying, no, it should have happened 10 years ago. Yeah, it should have happened 10 years ago because you'd have got the best version of both fighters. So now both fighters have deteriorated from that 10 years ago at the same pace, at the same time, with the same amount of fights. And so it's still a good fight. Who would it suit? It would suit Amir Khan more than it would suit Kell, because his speed, as long as he can maintain that for 12 rounds, we'll do everything for him. But Kell has amazing timing. And with that timing, as that speed goes down, that's when he's going to drop it in. So this time, with the fighting in 10 years later than it should have done, it suits Amir Khan. What have each fighter got? One's got timing, one's got speed, one's got a chin, one hasn't got a chin. And sorry, I shouldn't say he hasn't got a chin. I think Amir Khan takes a shot, and we've seen him get wobbled, we've seen him get knocked out, but we've seen the cojones he's got, to get in there with some people, to try and have a tear with him. That's cojones, man. And so you've got to respect him for the cojones he's got. So I don't think the reason why they've not boxed in the past is because of that cojones. I think it's bragging rights. I think it's, you know what, I don't like you. I don't want you to earn a buck off me. That's what I think. That's a personal deep something that's going on there. But now it's on. Good, tickets sell out in a heartbeat. And trust me, I usually buy tickets for a few of my friends. I can't even buy tickets. Tickets are gone. So I'm looking forward to the fight.
Johnny, before I let you go, I think we owe it to the guys here at Ringmaster if you just give them a quick shout out.
Ringmaster, big it up, Cardiff. What's the centre called? Yeah, in the shopping centre here in Cardiff. Listen, big them up. They've given us the space to work in. We actually didn't realise we had the public workout right outside their shop, and we had absolutely no idea. But thank you, boys. Get yourself down here. If you're into boxing, if you're into contact sports, martial arts, get yourself down here. They've got everything.
Top man, Johnny Nelson, thank you very much for talking to Lights Out. We look forward to catching up with you during the rest of the week.
Done.